What is going on to you, Cancer? So you have the Six of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. So for you, Cancers, right? Um, a lot of you Cancers, I'll say this. A lot of you Cancers are very much so aware of what you need to do next, so that the next time you get to know somebody new, you don't spend so much of your time going through the same type of scenarios and the same type of games don't get ran on you. The reason why it is I'm saying that is because of the Six of Swords. Being around the block a couple of times, noticing certain things, seeing certain things. The Three of Swords and the Seven of Wands is about you realize that you're getting burned because you've been trusting the wrong people. And you realize that you need to start using your own observational skills to actually realize when a person is really there for you and if they're not. The Devil and the Four of Pentacles represent how, since that's the case, because you realize that these are dialectically opposed, basically, from you being, in a cage, metaphorically speaking, because it just seems like you're going through the same merry-go-round, and then we got a Mercury retrograde. You know what I'm saying? If we're not already in one, but just the same merry-go-round with, even though you're technically meeting different people, they have different names. Some of them may have the same names. You're meeting different people in different times. Unfortunately, they still end up being the same type of people, even though you think that you've gotten away from one archetype or characteristic. They still have the same dysfunctional, belligerent archetype or archetype, trying to project, trying to, use sadomasochism as their game, because that's really what the quote-unquote game is that most people play nowadays. Sadomasochism, trauma bonding. Basically, if I could be dysfunctional to you, maybe we could bond so that you can have a good understanding of how difficult things for me was growing up. And it's like, because that's what it is that dysfunctional people do. This is why it is that I say that the dysfunctionality that they're showing you, they've already adopted you into their world. That's why they're treating you with such disdain. Those dysfunctional people, that's why they are treating you with such disdain. They're treating you with disdain because of the fact that they are already accepting you into in their dysfunctional, warped mind. You're in a relationship with them already. That's why they have to introduce you and integrate you in. It's because they're trying to make you feel how they felt broken and broken down and worthless growing up. So it's like, again, it's like being plopped into the Klipothic world, right? The underworld, where it's like, now you experience this situation and what I experienced, because they already accept you as their significant, and it's so warped because this is what a lot of specialists, PhDs, say, that the relationship that you have is not going to be the one that you are normally used to, because it is in like the anti-monitor in Marvel, the anti-monitor, in the DC universe. Marvel and DC are not the same. So it's like the DC universe, where it's like the anti-monitor. The relationships that you Cancer crabs are normally used to is not what you will get. You will get a person that won't be with you, won't have romantic fun with you, won't go out with you, right? Or maybe you will get that far, but it's always going to be drama. Sometimes you won't even get that far, and then they'll just completely shut you out. But they're showing you how much they want you and why they can't be with you, because they'll try to ruin you, and they'll just destroy you. Like, this is how dysfunctional they are. So the reason why I said it is dialectically opposed is because the Four of Pentacles is about how you Cancer crabs, ultimately, you're learning to take care of yourselves. Like, you Cancer crabs may not have necessarily articulated it or given words to it, like how I gave it words, but that's how your experience is. And a lot of you realize that it's time for you to start taking care of yourselves. And one of the ways that you take care of yourself is to pay attention as you're getting to know other people and staying away from the weirdos, staying out the way. Like, and the thing is that the Six of Pentacles is about, and surround yourself with people who care about you and actually know how to show affection, as opposed to, once again, showing you appreciation from the anti-monitor, clip-orthic, negative, anti-matter, reality, where it's like the things that you see here is warped in the other world, right? The Cancerverse, right? It's warped in the other world. It's like showing you love, appreciation, attention is not going to work. Now it's dysfunctional. So the thing is that the Two of Pentacles and the Five of Cups now is about how, since that's the case, a lot of you understand that what you got to do is, you Cancer crabs are frustrated enough to actually get something going, enough to really create a system. And what I mean when I say a system is you've been inspired to actually pay more attention, because now you Cancers are realizing that there's some serious consequences if you don't. You're going to be wasting your time talking to crazy individuals who, again, they live and they operate and really live in the clip-orthic world, in the Cancerverse, the underworld, right? The underrealm, right? The anti-monitor, the anti-matter situation, right? And you don't necessarily want to live there, right? The King of Wands and the Hanged Man, the King of Wands, right? And the Hanged Man now represents how, since that's the case, though, you realize now more what it is that you want. You do want a loving relationship, not in the anti-monitor world, right? Credit all goes to DC Detective Comics. But and you realize that you're going to have to be patient and like scope the other person out, though. That's what the Hanged Man represents. You can't just go sniffing around and, get so caught up with your emotions and feel like, yeah, it's so amazing. It's like, nah, you got to be way more skeptical than the average Joe or Jane. So let's clarify the King of Wands. What's up, baby? That's my cat down there. Page of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and then you have the Star card. So, the Page of Cups and the Five of Pentacles is about how, since that's the case, once again, just the situation of you not really wanting to ultimately be with somebody who's a weirdo. And the Ace of Swords and the Star card, wanting to be with somebody that has some social, just solid, doesn't come from criminality, has a good head on their shoulders, makes good decisions, isn't interested in being dysfunctional, isn't interested in trying to be a menace to society, wants to do right, not too right to the point where it's used against them, but wants to generally do right, genuinely do right, right? And is essentially on the up and up, and they meet you, y'all meet each other, y'all hang out, y'all hit it off, and then y'all end up getting together over some time. That's what you want. And like, it just seems that, you Cancer crabs it's gonna take a little bit of time for you Cancers to get that, because unfortunately, all the zodiac signs right now, from Aries through Pisces, we got a lot of if we don't have anybody around us at all, where we're just kind of like excommunicating from everybody, just ghosting, we're just surrounded by a lot of goofy individuals. Because I don't know, again, people tend to place a lot of value in wasting time.